Welcome back to the channel USA Coins 69. Today, we're diving deep into the legendary Washington quarter dollar of 1965, a coin whose mysterious allure and historical significance make it one of the most fascinating pieces in U.S. coinage history. The 1965 Washington quarter marks a monumental turning point in American currency. It was the first year that the U.S. Mint removed silver from the quarter, replacing it with a clad composition of copper-nickel. This transition was sparked by a nationwide silver shortage and soaring bullion prices, making 1965 a landmark year for both collectors and historians alike. Every coin minted that year carries the story of an economy in flux and a nation embracing change. Unlike its silver predecessors, the 1965 quarter has no silver content, measuring the same 24.3 mm in diameter but with a lighter, modern feel. Its obverse features the iconic portrait of George Washington, originally designed by John Flanagan in 1932 to commemorate Washington's 200th birthday. The sharp lines of Washington's profile, the intricate lettering, and the bold date engraving make this coin an artistic and historical treasure for collectors. The mint mark, or rather the absence of it, on the 1965 quarter is another fascinating detail. In 1965, 1966, and 1967, the U.S. Mint deliberately struck quarters without mint marks to discourage coin hoarding during a national coin shortage. This means all 1965 quarters were minted at Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco, but no identifying mint mark appears on the coin. This subtle historical quirk makes understanding provenance and distribution a key focus for serious collectors. Collectors should also be on the lookout for notable errors and variations in the 1965 quarter. Some coins exhibit die cracks, double dies, or weak strikes that occurred due to high production demands during the transition from silver to clad coins. Error coins from 1965, especially those with double dies or misaligned planchets, are extremely rare and highly coveted in numismatic circles. Detecting these errors can turn an ordinary quarter into a potentially valuable collector's gem. The rarity and demand of the 1965 Washington quarter are influenced by both its history and condition. While billions were minted, over 1 billion at Philadelphia alone, the demand for high-grade coins in MS-65 and above condition remained strong. Collectors prize coins with full details, sharp rims, and a pleasing luster, often paying premiums for pristine examples despite the coin's mass production. Understanding the subtle differences between circulated and uncirculated 1965 quarters is essential for building a serious collection. Experts also emphasize the coin's role in modern numismatics. The 1965 quarter was the first step toward the modern clad coinage era, and it represents the resilience of the U.S. Mint during a challenging economic period. Its story is more than just metal. It's about innovation, adaptation, and the enduring fascination of collectors who seek to preserve a tangible piece of American history. Holding a 1965 quarter is like holding a miniature time capsule from a pivotal moment in U.S. monetary history. Now, here's where things get thrilling for collectors and investors alike. The highest verified market prices for a 1965 Washington quarter depend largely on condition and rarity. Circulated coins usually fetch a modest price, but top-graded examples, especially those certified MS-66 or MS-67 by PCGS or NGC, have sold at auction for thousands of dollars. For instance, a flawless MS-67 specimen with exceptional eye appeal recently commanded over $7,500 in a high-profile auction, proving that even modern-era coins can reach extraordinary values when quality, rarity, and collector demand intersect. Whether you're a seasoned collector or a passionate newcomer, the 1965 Washington quarter is a coin that embodies history, artistry, and numismatic intrigue. From its dramatic silver-to-clad transition to its mint mark story, error variations, and auction records, this coin is a must-study for anyone serious about American coinage. Owning one is not just collecting money, it's owning a story of innovation, perseverance, and the timeless appeal of U.S. coins. So, next time you stumble across a 1965 Washington quarter, take a moment to appreciate the history in your hand, the meticulous design, and the potential hidden value that could turn an ordinary coin into a legendary centerpiece of your collection. The story of this coin is still unfolding, and each collector who seeks it becomes a part of that story. Today, we are uncovering the secrets of the 1967 Washington quarter dollar, a coin that might seem ordinary at first glance but carries with it a legacy of innovation, transition, and collector fascination that will captivate every U.S. coin enthusiast. The 1967 Washington quarter represents a pivotal moment in U.S. coinage history. By this year, the United States had fully transitioned away from silver in circulating quarters, replacing it with a durable copper-nickel-clad composition. This change was born out of necessity as silver prices soared and coin hoarding threatened the nation's supply. Each 1967 quarter tells a story of adaptation, a story of a mint responding to economic pressures while preserving one of America's most iconic coin designs. Its design remains timeless. The obverse showcases the dignified profile of George Washington, crafted by John Flanagan in 1932 to commemorate Washington's bicentennial. Every detail, from the sharp contours of Washington's hair to the subtle curve of the lettering, reflects a careful balance of artistry and functionality. On the reverse, the classic eagle with outstretched wings perches proudly, symbolizing strength, freedom, and the enduring spirit of the United States. Mint marks from 1967 are a particularly fascinating aspect for collectors. In both 1965 and 1966, the U.S. Mint had eliminated mint marks to prevent hoarding, but by 1967, the mint mark returned. Quarters from this year bear a D for Denver or S for San Francisco, while Philadelphia coins continued to have no mint mark. This subtle detail is crucial for collectors because mint location, paired with condition, can dramatically affect rarity and value. Collectors also pay close attention to die varieties and errors for the 1967 quarter. Some coins show minor die cracks, doubling on the date, or slight misalignments due to the high-volume production needed to meet nationwide demand. While these errors might seem small, they are coveted by numismatists and can elevate the value of an otherwise ordinary quarter. Understanding how to identify these anomalies is key for serious collectors looking to build a top-tier collection. Rarity and demand for the 1967 Washington quarter are particularly interesting. While over 1 billion coins were minted across Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco, the true collector value comes from ungraded, high-grade, or error coins. Coins in MS-65 condition or higher are sought after for their sharp detail, full luster, and eye appeal. This means that even though the 1967 quarter is a common date in circulation, pristine examples are extremely desirable among collectors. The 1967 quarter is also a pivotal piece in the study of modern U.S. coinage. It represents a transition from traditional silver coins to the more durable clad coins we use today, highlighting the mint's ingenuity in balancing cost, durability, and design aesthetics. Owning one is not just about collecting money, it's about holding a piece of American history that reflects economic challenges, technological innovation, and artistic mastery. Now, let's talk numbers and excitement. The highest verified auction prices for 1967 Washington quarters are eye-opening. While circulated coins are relatively common, top-tier MS-67 examples from the Denver or San Francisco mints have sold for over $3,000 to $5,000 at major auctions, and coins with rare errors, such as double dies or prominent die cracks, have fetched even higher sums. This proves that even modern-era quarters can reach extraordinary market values when condition, rarity, and collector interest converge. For collectors, enthusiasts, and investors alike, the 1967 Washington quarter is a coin that embodies history, artistry, and market potential. From its iconic design and mint mark details to subtle errors, grading nuances, and verified auction records, this coin is a cornerstone for any serious U.S. coin collection. Holding it is like holding a tangible link to the era of change, innovation, and the enduring story of American coinage. So, the next time you come across a 1967 Washington quarter, pause and consider the story it tells. Every detail, every mint mark, and every error carries history, artistry, and potential value. This coin is far more than pocket change, it's a gateway into the fascinating world of U.S. numismatics, a story waiting for collectors like you to uncover. Today, we're revealing secrets that make it a true treasure in the eyes of serious U.S. coin collectors. From minting nuances to rare errors, this coin is far more fascinating than most realize. The 1971 Washington quarter marks a continuing era of copper-nickel-clad coinage. By this year, the United States had fully abandoned silver in circulating quarters, a change that began in 1965 due to rising silver prices and a nationwide coin shortage. The 1971 quarter was minted at Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco, with the D or S mint marks denoting Denver and San Francisco coins, while Philadelphia coins remain without a mint mark. This detail alone becomes critical for collectors seeking specific mint origins and rarity. The design of the 1971 quarter is iconic and timeless. The obverse features George Washington, a profile sculpted by John Flanagan back in 1932 to commemorate Washington's 200th birthday. Every line of his face, the sharp contours of his hair, and the precise lettering reflect both artistry and technical excellence in coinage. On the reverse, the proud eagle with outstretched wings symbolizes strength, freedom, and resilience, reminding collectors of the enduring values of the United States. Mint mark details for 1971 are particularly important for collectors. The D and S mint marks distinguish coins from Denver and San Francisco, while Philadelphia coins carry no mark. Subtle differences in strike quality and luster can vary between mints, with San Francisco coins often produced with more care for collectors and proof sets. Identifying these subtle differences can make the difference between an average quarter and a highly prized collectible. Collectors are also on the lookout for rare errors and varieties from 1971. Some coins display minor die cracks, double dies, or misaligned planchets, all resulting from high-volume production pressures at the mint. These error coins, while often subtle, can be highly sought after in numismatic circles. A single double die or prominent die crack can turn a common 1971 quarter into a prized collectible worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars. Rarity and demand for the 1971 Washington quarter are surprisingly dynamic. While millions were minted across Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco, the true collector value lies in coins graded MS-65 and higher. Coins in pristine condition, with full luster, sharp details, and flawless surfaces, are far rarer than their circulation numbers suggest. Collectors prize these examples for both their aesthetic appeal and their historical significance. The 1971 quarter also represents an important chapter in modern U.S. coinage. It demonstrates the mint's ability to balance mass production with quality, preserving the classic Washington quarter design while navigating economic and material challenges. Holding a 1971 quarter is not just about possessing money, it's about holding a tangible piece of American history, minted during a period of stability and transformation in the nation's coinage. Now, let's talk about the thrilling market side of this coin. Verified auction records show that while most circulated 1971 quarters trade for modest amounts, top-tier examples in MS-66 or MS-67 condition from Denver or San Francisco have sold at prestigious auctions for between $1,500 and $3,000, with particularly high-quality coins sometimes reaching even higher. Error coins, including double dies or die cracks, have been known to command premium prices, making the 1971 quarter a potentially lucrative find for collectors and investors alike. For any dedicated collector, the 1971 Washington quarter is a must-study coin. From its historical context and design artistry to mint mark details, error varieties, and verified auction records, it is a coin that rewards careful observation, research, and expertise. Owning one is a chance to connect with a piece of American history, while also participating in a vibrant numismatic market that values quality, rarity, and story. So, the next time you come across a 1971 Washington quarter, pause and consider the history in your hand. Every detail, every mint mark, and every subtle error tells a story that spans decades. This coin is far more than pocket change, it is a tangible piece of U.S. heritage, a collector's dream, and a reminder of the enduring fascination of American coinage. Today, we are diving deep into the world of the 1973 Washington quarter dollar, a coin that might seem ordinary to the casual observer, but to the serious collector, it is a treasure trove of hidden value, minting mysteries, and historical significance. The 1973 Washington quarter is part of a fascinating chapter in U.S. coinage history. By this time, quarters had long since transitioned from silver to a durable copper-nickel-clad composition, a change that began in 1965 due to rising silver prices and nationwide coin shortages. Every 1973 quarter represents the mint's ongoing effort to maintain the iconic design of George Washington while adapting to the economic realities of modern coinage. Its design remains timeless and instantly recognizable. On the obverse, we see George Washington, the same profile created by John Flanagan in 1932 to commemorate Washington's bicentennial. The intricate detailing in Washington's hair, the sharp lettering, and the precise placement of the date reflect decades of design refinement and technical excellence in minting. On the reverse, the proud American eagle with outstretched wings conveys strength, freedom, and resilience, making this coin both a work of art and a symbol of national pride. Mint mark details from 1973 are crucial for collectors. Coins were struck at Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. Philadelphia coins carry no mint mark, Denver coins display a D, and San Francisco coins are marked with an S. The San Francisco Mint also produced proof versions for collectors, which are highly sought after for their superior strike quality and mirror-like surfaces. Identifying the mint mark is a key step in determining a coin's rarity, desirability, and value. Collectors should also be aware of die varieties and minting errors that occurred in 1973. Some coins exhibit slight die cracks, double dies, or variations in strike strength due to high production volumes. While these errors may appear subtle, they are highly coveted by numismatists and can transform an ordinary 1973 quarter into a rare collector's gem. Learning to spot these variations is essential for anyone serious about building a top-tier collection. Rarity and demand for the 1973 Washington quarter are surprisingly dynamic. While millions were minted across all three facilities, the true value lies in coins that are uncirculated or have exceptional eye appeal. Coins graded MS65 and higher are especially prized, with collectors seeking those that maintain full luster, sharp strike details, and flawless surfaces. Even small differences in condition can dramatically affect collector interest and market value. The 1973 quarter also tells an important story about modern U.S. coinage. It demonstrates the mint's skill in balancing high-volume production with artistic quality while navigating the economic challenges of the era. Holding a 1973 quarter is not just about owning currency, it's about connecting with a tangible piece of American history, a coin that reflects the nation's resilience and adaptation. Now, let's talk about the thrilling collector market. Verified auction records show that while most circulated 1973 quarters trade for modest amounts, high-grade coins are highly sought after. Coins graded MS66 or MS67 from Denver or San Francisco have sold for $1,500 to $3,500, with rare error coins or exceptional proofs fetching even higher prices at major auctions. This demonstrates that even modern-era quarters can reach impressive market values when condition, rarity, and collector demand converge. For every dedicated collector, the 1973 Washington quarter is a must-have. From its historical context and iconic design to mint mark details, die varieties, and verified auction results, this coin rewards careful observation, research, and numismatic expertise. Owning one allows collectors to hold a tangible connection to a pivotal period in U.S. coinage while participating in a vibrant market that prizes quality, rarity, and historical significance. So, the next time you come across a 1973 Washington quarter, pause and examine it closely. Every detail, every mint mark, and every potential error tells a story spanning decades. This coin is far more than pocket change, it is a window into history, a collector's challenge, and a reminder of the enduring fascination of American numismatics. Today, we'll uncover its secrets, from minting details to rare errors and record-setting auction prices. The 1978 Washington quarter belongs to an era of consistent design and modern coinage innovation. By 1978, quarters had been struck in a copper-nickel-clad composition for over a decade, a transition that began in 1965 to replace the silver coins that were being hoarded and melted due to rising silver prices. Every 1978 quarter tells the story of a U.S. mint that had perfected the balance of artistry, durability, and mass production, ensuring that George Washington's image continued to inspire. The design remains timeless. The obverse features George Washington, sculpted by John Flanagan in 1932, with sharp lines capturing the depth and dignity of our first president. From the intricacies of Washington's hair to the bold placement of the date, every detail reflects expert craftsmanship. On the reverse, the American eagle with outstretched wings soars proudly, symbolizing freedom, vigilance, and the enduring spirit of the nation. Mint mark details for 1978 are critical for serious collectors. Coins were produced at Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. Philadelphia coins carry no mint mark, Denver coins are marked with a D, and San Francisco coins bear an S, typically as proof coins with exceptional mirror-like surfaces. Identifying the mint mark is essential, as even subtle differences between mints, such as strike quality and luster, can significantly impact value and collector demand. Collectors also pay close attention to errors and die varieties for the 1978 quarter. Some coins exhibit minor die cracks, double dies, or striking inconsistencies due to high-volume production. While these errors might be small, they are highly sought after by numismatists and can transform a seemingly ordinary quarter into a prized collectible. Recognizing these anomalies requires careful study, a keen eye, and sometimes even a magnifying lens. Rarity and demand for the 1978 Washington quarter are nuanced. While millions were minted, the coins that command attention are those in MS-65 condition and higher. Pristine coins, with full luster, sharp details, and flawless surfaces, are far less common than circulated examples and are highly prized by collectors. Even subtle differences in strike quality between mints can elevate a coin's desirability, making research and careful inspection essential for anyone serious about U.S. numismatics. The 1978 quarter also serves as a fascinating example of modern coinage history. It represents the U.S. Mint's continued commitment to preserving the classic Washington design while meeting the demands of high-volume production. Holding a 1978 quarter is more than holding currency. It's holding a tangible link to an era when craftsmanship, economic considerations, and collector interest intersected to produce coins that endure in both history and value. Now, here's the moment that excites collectors and investors alike. Verified auction records show that while most circulated 1978 quarters are modestly valued, high-grade uncirculated examples, especially MS-66 or MS-67 from Denver or San Francisco, have sold at major auctions for $1,200 to $3,000, with exceptional proof coins or rare error varieties fetching even higher prices. These figures highlight how a coin from a seemingly ordinary year can still achieve remarkable market success when quality and rarity converge. For serious collectors, the 1978 Washington quarter is a coin that demands attention. From its historical context and iconic design to mint mark distinctions, error varieties, and proven auction results, it is a rewarding piece for those who appreciate both the artistry and the investment potential of U.S. coinage. Owning one connects you to decades of American history while offering the excitement of a coin that continues to captivate collectors. So, the next time you encounter a 1978 Washington quarter, look closely. Examine the mint mark, the sharpness of the strike, and the luster of the surface. Every detail tells a story, every subtle variation could hold value, and every coin carries the legacy of an era in American numismatics. This quarter is far more than pocket change. It is a piece of history, a collector's treasure, and a symbol of the enduring fascination of United States coinage. Today, we are uncovering every fascinating detail of this coin, from design and mint mark nuances to rare errors and jaw-dropping auction prices. The 1979 Washington quarter is part of a long-standing era of copper-nickel-clad coinage. By this year, the United States had fully transitioned from silver, a change that began in 1965 to prevent coin hoarding and address rising silver prices. Each 1979 quarter reflects the mint's ongoing mastery of balancing mass production with artistic fidelity, preserving the iconic image of George Washington while producing coins for millions of Americans. The design is timeless and instantly recognizable. On the obverse, we see George Washington, the portrait created by John Flanagan in 1932 to commemorate Washington's bicentennial. The fine details in Washington's hair, the crispness of the lettering, and the boldness of the date reflect a coin designed with both elegance and durability in mind. The reverse showcases the American eagle with outstretched wings, a symbol of vigilance, strength, and the enduring spirit of the United States, making each quarter a miniature work of art. Mint marks for the 1979 quarter are crucial for serious collectors. Coins were produced at Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. Philadelphia coins carry no mint mark, Denver coins display a D, and San Francisco coins bear an S, often as proof coins for collectors with mirror-like finishes and flawless strikes. The mint mark is not just a detail, it can dramatically affect the coin's rarity and value, especially when paired with high-grade condition or proof quality. Collectors also pay close attention to errors and die varieties from 1979. Some coins display die cracks, double dies, or slight misalignments from the high-volume production required that year. While subtle, these anomalies are highly sought after by numismatists and can turn a seemingly ordinary 1979 quarter into a prized collectible worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars. Detecting these nuances requires experience, patience, and a keen eye for detail. Rarity and demand for the 1979 Washington quarter are fascinating. While millions of coins were minted across all three facilities, the coins that excite collectors the most are high-grade uncirculated examples. Coins graded MS65 or higher with sharp details, full luster, and flawless surfaces are significantly rarer than the vast quantities in circulation, making them highly sought after. Even subtle differences in strike quality between mints can elevate collector interest and market value. The 1979 quarter also represents an important chapter in modern U.S. coinage history. It reflects the mint's commitment to maintaining classic design standards while producing coins on a massive scale. Holding a 1979 quarter is more than holding currency, it's holding a tangible link to American history, a coin that embodies the technical skill of the mint and the enduring legacy of George Washington. Now, let's dive into the numbers that excite serious collectors. Verified auction records show that while most circulated 1979 quarters trade for modest amounts, high-grade uncirculated examples, particularly MS66 or MS67 from Denver or San Francisco, have sold for $1,200 to $3,500, and coins with rare errors, such as double dies or prominent die cracks, have fetched even higher prices at top-tier auctions. These figures reveal that even a modern-era quarter can achieve extraordinary collector value when condition, rarity, and demand converge. For every dedicated numismatist, the 1979 Washington quarter is a must-study. From its historical context and iconic design to mint mark distinctions, error varieties, and verified auction results, this coin offers both the thrill of collecting and the potential for investment. Owning one allows collectors to connect with decades of U.S. history while participating in a dynamic market that values artistry, rarity, and precision. So, the next time you find a 1979 Washington quarter, examine it closely. Inspect the mint mark, evaluate the strike, and observe the luster. Every detail tells a story, every subtle anomaly could hold value, and every coin connects you to a rich history of American coinage. This quarter is far more than pocket change, it is a symbol of our nation's heritage, a collector's challenge, and a testament to the enduring fascination of U.S. coins. Today, we will explore every fascinating aspect of this coin, from design and mint marks to rare errors, collector demand, and record-breaking auction prices. The 1986 Washington quarter belongs to an era of copper-nickel-clad coinage, a tradition that began in 1965 when silver was removed from circulating quarters due to rising bullion prices and nationwide hoarding. By 1986, the U.S. Mint had perfected mass production while maintaining the iconic design of George Washington, producing coins that were durable, recognizable, and instantly collectible. Every 1986 quarter is a testament to the Mint's ability to balance quantity, quality, and historical continuity. The design is iconic and steeped in history. On the obverse, we see George Washington, sculpted by John Flanagan in 1932 to commemorate Washington's bicentennial. The fine detailing of his hair, the sharp contours of his profile, and the precise placement of the date reflect decades of design refinement. On the reverse, the American eagle with outstretched wings conveys strength, vigilance, and the enduring spirit of the United States, making the 1986 quarter not just currency, but a miniature work of national art. Mint mark details for 1986 are particularly important for collectors. Coins were struck at Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. Philadelphia coins carry no mint mark, Denver coins display a D, and San Francisco coins bear an S, often produced as proof coins for collectors. Identifying the mint mark is crucial, as subtle differences in strike quality and luster between mints can dramatically impact value, rarity, and collector demand. Collectors also pay close attention to errors and die varieties from 1986. Some coins show double dies, die cracks, or variations in strike strength due to high-volume production. While these errors may be subtle, they are highly sought after and can transform an ordinary quarter into a prized collector's gem. Experienced collectors know that spotting these anomalies requires a sharp eye, a magnifying lens, and an understanding of minting patterns. Rarity and collector demand for the 1986 Washington quarter are fascinating. While millions were minted, the coins that truly excite collectors are uncirculated examples graded MS-65 or higher. Coins with full luster, sharp strike details, and flawless surfaces are significantly less common than circulated coins, making them highly prized. Even small differences in strike quality between Denver and San Francisco coins can influence desirability and market value. The 1986 quarter also represents a key chapter in modern U.S. coinage history. It demonstrates the mint's ability to preserve classic designs while producing coins at massive scale for everyday use. Holding a 1986 quarter is not merely holding currency, it is holding a tangible link to history, a coin that reflects the skill, artistry, and enduring legacy of the U.S. Mint. Now, let's dive into the numbers that excite serious collectors. Verified auction records show that while most circulated 1986 quarters trade for small amounts, high-grade uncirculated examples, particularly MS-66 or MS-67 from Denver or San Francisco, have sold at prestigious auctions for $1,200 to $3,500, with rare error coins or proof variations commanding even higher prices. These figures prove that even a seemingly ordinary modern quarter can achieve extraordinary value when quality, rarity, and collector interest align. For every dedicated numismatist, the 1986 Washington quarter is a coin worth studying and owning. From its historical context and iconic design to mint mark distinctions, rare errors, and verified auction results, this coin offers both the thrill of collecting and the potential for investment. Owning one allows collectors to connect with decades of U.S. history while participating in a dynamic market that rewards expertise, patience, and knowledge. So, the next time you encounter a 1986 Washington quarter, examine it closely. Inspect the mint mark, assess the strike, and observe the luster. Every detail tells a story, every subtle anomaly could hold value, and every coin connects you to a rich heritage of American coinage. This quarter is far more than pocket change, it is a symbol of national pride, a collector's treasure, and a testament to the enduring fascination of U.S. coins.